Hello fish fools, Jeff here. So we're getting some sailfin action here. So this is my 29-gallon sailfin, molly, and swordtail community tank. And some good news is that I've been getting to see more sailfin action lately. This male sailfin molly I've been showing, it's displaying its sailfin. Early going, when I first got this fish and set this tank up, I didn't really see much sailfin display action, but I do see it more and more lately. So that's the good news. Some bad news is that I got some sick fish in this tank. This one right here, you can see like white on the tail and a little bit on its face. There's one even worse than that. This is it right here. This one. It's like white spots all over its, spread out over its body. It's not ick, it's, I recognize that. I've experienced that before. And that one has it too. This one actually doesn't look as bad as it did a day ago. Like its eyes were even kind of cloudy. That's the other male sailfin molly. So it's only the mollies, except, well, a couple of the zebra danios, like this one right here, has like a white like bubble on its lips. Two of them are like that. This swordtail might have a little bit of something on its tail right there, but those are the only fish. Like this molly, female molly right here, completely fine. The harlequin raspberries are okay. None of that, except for maybe one of them might have like a swim bladder issue or something. This one right here is kind of twitchy and looks kind of bloated and crooked. Like some of these harlequin raspberries look fantastic, like these, and then some of them are more short and stubby. I don't know if that's because they're females that they look fatter, and that one just looks off. Like from across the room I can notice that one's kind of messed up. The roseline shark is fine. All the panda corridors are fine. And I did just add some Malaysian trumpet snails I got from Get Gills. I showed a video of that a couple days ago. There's one right there. So got 15 of those. I showed an unboxing the other day. And a little bit here and there over the last couple days I've seen like one or two coming up on the glass, and I can find them if I look for them. And two of my mystery snails died. That's one right there is an empty shell, and there was another one. The shell might have got kicked around back there that died. So I have this one, those are okay. And one more in here somewhere. There it is, over in the corner. And we have 3 fish that were born in this tank that are still around. is one of the juvenile mollies, one of the first fish born in this tank. And there's another, the second molly. So those 2 mollies, and there's 1 swordtail that survived in here. The green swordtail, wherever it is. Oh, it's in here somewhere. But other than that, any other fish that are born in here are not surviving. They're getting eaten. I'm going to have this, all this water sprayed at the top. That could provide cover, but not really enough. And the Neocaridina shrimp population has not been taking off yet, and I rarely ever even see any. Earlier I saw, and this is this hole in this Mopani wood, I often see a shrimp in there, but not right now. So what I'm about to do is a water change in this tank. I'm going to change about 50% of the water, and as I'm doing that, I'm going to arrange some of the plants. I have, this is a stem of Ludwigia repens that got uprooted. I want to stick that back over here, and I have some like this water wisteria I want to put back over here, and what's left of the baby tears, just a few little pieces. So that I was hoping that might come around and fill up, but that's not really working out. So I might now go back to my original plan was to get pearlweed. So I might now do that since that baby tears really isn't working out. But I haven't really been adding fertilizer in here either, so maybe if I give it a few weeks of that before trying pearlweed to get that going. Yeah, so as far as getting the shrimp going, I have in this pot here, I finally boiled some of these botanicals that I got from my aquarium box about a month ago. When these get wet, these kind of close up, but I'm thinking that what I'm going to do is get a bunch of these and some rocks and like combine, put a pile of it back behind this Mopani wood there, and a catappa leaf I'm going to put in there, and I'm going to pull some of this water sprite, pull that down back there, so kind of make it so that like the bigger fish can't really get in there as much. This sponge filter is kind of taking up space, but I want to really have that back corner for this. But I'm gonna, like, I was gonna be taking that out, but I'm gonna leave it in now because I'm gonna do some medication treatment because of those sick fish. So that, I don't know if it's because they're sick fish in this tank with that in here. I'm just gonna leave it in there now. I don't want to take it out and contaminate another tank that I was going to use it for until I do the treatment. And I'm also going to add this. The plan is to have this AquaClear right here, another AquaClear 50. That's going to go right in the middle here. And with this Cryptocorn balance, when that grows, if it grows, but I envision with the flow from the hang on the back filter across that, when that grows, because that can grow big, like across the top, it'll look cool. And that will be removed from here, and then these plants over here in the corner, not blocking the light of the Ponegeton and the dwarf Sagittaria. And by the way, this right here, that's the other bulb of a Ponegeton that never grew. So I had 2. This started from nothing, started from just the bulb and grew into that, which is friggin' awesome. But of the 2, this one never grew. But I mean, if 50%, I'm friggin' psyched with that. Just 1 out of 2. This one, as awesome as that plant is. But yeah. So I'm going to be treating this tank after I do the water change with Maracyn. This is essentially like erythromycin. So columnaris, I think, is what those fish are. The issue is grayish white stringy material covering most of the body with white or gray patches. I mean, white or gray patches, that's pretty much like describes it. So whether that's it or not, if it's something else, I don't know, but I'm going to do a full treatment of this. You know, basically add the contents of 1 packet per 10 gallons of water, repeat every day for 24 hours for 5 days. So I'm going to, you know, this is a 29 gallon tank, 1 packet is 10 gallons, so I'm going to do 3 packets every day for 5 days and see if that helps out. So none of the fish have died from that, but they do look sick, which is different from my 30-gallon Planted Live Bear community tank, where I had, for the span of like about a month ago, over a span of like 5 days, I had about over a dozen fish die, and it was all platies, and all like mostly male platies, because the males, I mean, all I have left is like females. So I didn't know what it was, and I thought, you know, columnaris just came somewhere that was mentioned, and they didn't show. I mean, they looked fine, and then they just were dying, and I just look up and see there's multiple types of columnaris, and one like that shows no symptoms, but. So, I mean, that tank, I had several fish die that didn't show any signs of being sick, and in this tank I have multiple fish that are showing signs of being sick, but none are dying. So I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I am going to treat with this and see if that clears up any issues and if it's early enough to prevent any from dying. But yeah, all right, yeah, so that's what's up with my 29-gallon Sailfin, molly, and swordtail community tank. All right, well, that's it for now, and remember, I'm Jeff and I enjoy fishies. Thanks for watching.